Hello everybody, this is Nuzcraft and welcome back to Monster Hunter World. Today we're going to be taking on that Kestodon herd and we're going to start by talking to the handler. Right, so the next thing we need to take care of are those Kestodon. The chief said he'd be tagging along with us. How about we start our search in the ancient forest and go from there? Oh, and I've got some good news. We handlers post all the leads we find up on the quest board. You can sign up for quests there too, so you don't always have to come all the way up here. But then again, you might miss out on all the eats up here.
You can pick up quests from the quest board too. It lists the same quests that I've got, so don't worry about having to check two places.
Yep, we'll mostly be using the quest board down in the one down there. That's usually the most convenient one. Alright, so Kestodon Kerfuffle, I'm not going to worry about eating food, because I don't think we're going to have any issues. We're going to come to the item box. We don't need all of this stuff. We don't need the raw meat. We will do a restock, so just so that we have potions, antidotes, and rations. I did change equipment a little bit since the last time. I went ahead and picked up the Hunter's Mail, which has the Slinger capacity skill, which will increase the loading capacity for Slingo ammo from plants, like red pits. Other than that, it has the same defense as the Origin Mail, but it does have a little bit more resistance, which is not a big deal for where we're at in the game. And we are... Oh, we actually have to accept the quest from her. Okay.
We're on the hunt.
We did pick up an optional quest from the Muscular Chef to get some shroom caps, which will unlock a new canteen ingredient for us. We're not going to do that right now. I might do that on my own later, but today we're just going to do this Kestodon Kerfuffle. It's from the commander. Zora Magdaros' appearance has driven a herd of Kestodon into new territory. We need you to go out and thin that herd of headbutters. We do have some vouchers, but we're not going to use them. And we see the quest is loading, and it's ready to go.
Okay, our job is to cull a certain number of Kestodon. Recently, their numbers have been getting out of hand.
Want to get going?
Yeah, let's get going. Grab some herbs here. Here's the Kestodon here. The little ones are the females, and the big ones are males.
Let's see you take him out on your own. Huh. Be careful.
Come on, Aptonoth, what are you doing? I'm really bad at this weapon. Alright, let's go for this. There we go. There we go. We got a female. And we were able to stun this female. There we go. Our Vital Lily healed us up. And now we can get some carves. The females will give just one carve, but the males will give two, because they're a little bit bigger. And the Kestodon materials are sometimes used in other, like, armors as, like, additives.
The endemic life around here can come in handy during a hunt. Try to learn as much as you can about them.
Alright, we picked up some stones. But I'd rather have these red pits. Aptonaut, they're going a little bit crazy. Okay, so what we're going to try and do with this next batch of Kestodon, well, I mean, I guess we could do it. This thing. We want to fill up our files. I keep doing that slide. I don't really want to do it. So what we're going to do with the Kestodon is we're going to try and fill up our shield to red. Which maybe we can... Maybe we can do... There we go. Alright, so our shield is red. Now we want to fill up our files again. Oh, if you hit their heads, they, Crazy, crazy, crazy. I just tried to wire dash out of the way. Man, that file charge is really rough.
Good work.
There we go.
Wraps up our work here. Wait. Hey, come here. I think I found something.
Yeah, I've got a lot of work to do on the charge blade. Just kind of get my combos down, my positioning okay. It's going to look a little rough for like a while, but we'll get there eventually. I think it's something that's actually probably easier on the bigger monsters.
Here.
Check this out. Looks like Great Jagras left us a present.
Look at those Kestodon. Something's up with them.
Nom 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 nom. Great Jagras. So now we finally get to take down a big monster. We get to take down the Great Jagras.
Gotcha. All right, partner.
Our new assignment is the Great Jagras hunt.
Jagras. If you're not ready, you can return to base and take on the Great Jagras quest later.
Want to get going?
We're gonna go ahead and sharpen up to Yellow Sharp,
Call your friends for help. Go to the
Orange
menu
Sharp,
and select
or
SOS
I guess
player
Green Sharp.
signal. And
Oh,
you're
man.
going to need friends when you go up against some of the tougher monsters. In order
Don't
for the
tell me
scout flies
what
to
I
better track a
need.
target monster, we need to keep finding traces of it, like footprints, for example.
So getting us up to Green Sharp is something we should have done a lot earlier. I guess against the Kestodon, it'll help keep us from bouncing.
Good. You're turning up a
Footprints.
lot of clues.
Wiggly Litchi. We're gonna head this way. Scout flies will lead us to the monster. Got some nitro shrooms, which can be used to make gunpowder. There is our Great
We've tracked the Great
Jagras.
Jagras enough for the scout flies to lead us to it. You're less likely to lose sight of a monster if you use the target camera. Dodge their attacks. Don't forget you can guard, too.
Oh, yeah.
The monster's been immobilized. Now's your chance. Watch out when a monster's enraged. It's better to hold off on your claws.
Alright, we just lost Green Sharp.
Oh boy, that monster's really mad now. Be ready for some kicking.
Nope, we missed. Ah, we broke the face.
Land your claw on a monster to grapple with it. You move around and grapple to a monster, but it'll burn through your stamina. See? The spot you hit has been softened up.
Alright, so that Clutch Claw mechanic is a Iceborne only feature.
Monsters are running away. Use the scout flies as a guide and they'll lead you right to them.
So it only works if you've got the Iceborne expansion purchased. It kind of changes the way that monsters behave.
You can use Scatternut as slinger ammo. It's good for staggering monsters.
So at that point when we Clutch Clawed, the monster was kind of like drooling. And so we kind of call that either the drooly flinch or the clagger, the Clutch Claw stagger. Carrier Ant Cargo. We got a Jagras scale. Very nice. Alright, so now the Great Jagras has come back to his lair, where he's got all of these little Jagras too. But that doesn't concern us too much. What we can do is we can jump on him like this.
Flying into a wall will leave it wide open to attack.
Just send him flying into the wall.
Look, the monster's almost done for. Chances are it'll retreat to its nest to recuperate.
Alright, so let's pick up some stuff.
That's a
Piercing Pod,
powerful type of slinger ammo.
Great
That's able to
Jagras
pierce the thick
material.
shell of monsters.
We can go ahead and sharpen up. So now we've got full files, and we've got a red shield. So if the monster is asleep, we're going to try and do our super amped element discharge on it, because waking up a monster with something like that does extra damage. There we go. We come this way. We can bounce on his head
Attacks to the head will change a monster's course.
and smack it into the wall.
Okay, let's head back and report to the old man.
And that is Great Jagras. We're going to go ahead and carve up some meat, some parts. Hit Great Jagras scale. We were able to kill some little Jagras here too, so we can carve them. Get a couple extra Jagras parts. Grab these bones while we're here. And that's going to be our first large monster hunt. We were able to learn a little bit more about the Charge Blade. I think I can use like the transformation chops, like when I'm transforming from a sword to an axe or an axe to a sword, to help me move around a little bit better. I should work on that. And here we've got a little cutscene where we find some
I think we
feathers.
got a lead.
And we can see what's causing the, potentially causing the Jaggers to be all agitated.
Let's check it out.
Got some glowy spit.
Hey.
And a new monster. Oh yeah. Pookie Pookie.
Well, you were right. There's our mark.
Pookie Pookie's a really cool monster.
Something's got him agitated.
I wonder if it's the giant molten rock.
Look over there. What in the heck is that? I've never seen anything like it.
You think it's from Zora Magdaros?
I'd like to find out. But we better report back first. All right?
So we're going to report back. I'm pretty sure our next mission is going to be to fight that Pookie Pookie. To give our researchers some time with that big rock thing. And we got some Great Jagras stuff and some Kestodon stuff. So we're good to go. Hunter Rake 2. Jelly leveled up. And we earned the right to take on 2-star assignments.
I see.
So you think you found something that'll lead us to Zora Magdaros? Well, I'd send some researchers out right now, but not with the pissed off Pookie Pookie hanging around. Pookie Pookie territory. That's pretty deep in the forest. We'll be better equipped to take it on. Once our team from the resource center is done rebuilding the forest camp. Once it's ready, we'll make our move.
Want to get going?
Until then, we do everything we can to get that camp up and running. Let's get to it. Okay.
Once the camp is set up, you can go after that Puke Puke.
So maybe we're not going after Pookie
Wonder where
Pookie
the resource center
yet.
is.
So here's a resource center. We got these 3 guys, the analytics director, the tech chief, and the provisions manager.
Too good to me.
Well, Fiverr, is it true? You're going to help us rebuild the camp? That is excellent news. I hope you're as good as they say you are. If so, we'll have plenty of work for you. After all, the Commission studies lots of things, not just the Elder Dragon you came here with. Maintaining and improving the base is a full plate of tasks in itself. Can't study anything without a proper HQ, after all. The Resource Center here is in charge of divvying up all that work and making sure it gets done. So back to business. Your job is to establish a camp. Go on an expedition in the ancient forest, find a viable campsite, and make sure it's safe. If any monsters have decided to do any camping in your spot, you'll need to chase them off.
Don't let me down.
Got it? The bounty is for establishing the camp. Alright, so we're going to secure a campsite. We can register some bounties. These are just things that we can do, like, while, like, adjacent to actually doing hunts. So if we happen to find any honey, do any mining, gather any flora, mushrooms, or bone piles, we can just do those. And we'll get some rewards just by doing them, regardless of the quest. So for expeditions, you can just run out the door. You don't have to do a normal quest.
For this expedition, we need to head to the ancient forest. We can expand expeditions as we delve further into the new world. Pretty good incentive to explore, right?
Yes. Okay, let's go. So we could see really briefly on the expedition map that there's a Great Jagras and I think an Anjanath here, as well as an unknown monster. Okay. Let's talk to you.
Let's look for the campsite.
Like I always say, research is neat, but first we eat. You have a barbecue spit handy? Just grill some raw meat up to golden brown and it'll raise your stamina level. Hit 0 to take... 0. Hit circle to take the meat off the flame.
go on an
Remember to
expedition.
keep an eye on it.
There's no
Don't
time
let it
limit or
burn.
cap on how many times you're allowed to faint,
You
which
should be
means
able to
you can
get some raw
explore
meat
your
from
heart's
hunting
content.
Aptana. Ugh, all of this stuff. I know what's going on. Okay, because this is an expedition, there's nothing in the supply box. There are a few exclamation points around here. They are people that we can talk to, so we'll probably just talk to one of them for now. Which is this this fishing guy. Howdy, Hunter. How's it hooking? Gotta say, there's no better way to spend the day than fishing. I'm the lucky guy the commission has put in charge to studying fish and fish-like creatures here in the New World. Well, let me tell you, I love fishing. I live for it. I fish in my sleep. I sleep with... I'd already caught all the old world's fish, every last one, so when they offered me a job here, I accepted hook, line, and sinker. Anywho, my life can't be all work, so I've been looking for a chum who loves the lure as much as I do. What do you say, Hunter? Are you game? If you're interested, just give me a holler. I'd like to see what you're made of. So that guy will offer us some fishing jobs here and there, but they are entirely optional, so we're probably not gonna deal too much. We got some footprints over here, some mucus over here, and so even though the expedition showed a great Jagras and an Anjanath, I'm guessing because this is a special expedition, then they changed the monsters. So I think it's going to be a little bit different. Alrighty, so we're going to run up here, grab this Wiggly Litchi, and grab these red pits, picking up some footprints. Yep, so we could talk to her and she'll tell us about the capture net, but I don't feel like it. I just want to get this job done. Not super worried about learning all the new things right now. And a new monster. The Kulu Yaku. It's very cute. Kind of a derpy little bird.
Well, if we don't take care of that pest, the camp won't last the night.
Oh, yeah.
That monster is called Kulu Yaku. Okay, so we're actually going to go ahead and hunt that Kulu Yaku. Thumbscutflies, lead the way.
To return to base from an expedition, open the wildlife map and switch to the world map.
Oh, I think
Then
I did the
select
wrong thing.
stair.
I went the wrong way. I just jumped off headlong.
You can assign a target destination for your scout flies on the map.
Got some feathers over here. There's our target. I'm gonna start with this. Right, it's kind of running away. Which means we are gonna go chase after it. Grab some footprints on the way. Maybe some feathers. These omen flies turned red because there was a monster nearby, which is kind of cool. Alright, so what we're going to do in here is we are going to do a wall bang of sorts.
Attacks to the head will change a monster's course.
There we go. And here. Alright, now it's angry. We broke its head. Pick up this thing, and we need some more files. When it picks up these rocks, it'll block your attacks pretty hardcore. And it runs away again. We'll grab this wiggly lichy, which helps with stamina. We'll go ahead and use the whetstone to sharpen our weapon. And then we're going to chase it down. So we have a red shield, which is good. I think we're going to try and get a red sword, but I don't really remember how to do it. Oh, it's got that rock. Oh, we got stunned by the rock.
Taking hits like that repeatedly will stun you, meaning you won't be able to move.
So we need... There we go. Maybe we did a little bit of damage.
Let's report our findings to everyone at the resource center when we get back.
Oops. I just did a little bit of damage. And so now it's limping once again. It's running away once again. This time it's limping, which means it's almost dead. Go ahead and sharpen up our weapons. Our sword has lost its charge. I'm glad I remembered how to do the sword charging, though. So you can see on the map it's got a little skull icon next to it. That means it is almost dead. It is probably going to try and go to sleep. There we see a great Jagras. We don't need to worry about it too much. Oh yeah.
Now's your chance to topple it.
So we can just like hang on the monster, smack it around until it falls over, basically. Looks like Great Jagras might do a little bit of damage to it too.
Okay, it's down. Now's your chance to get in there and tear it up.
Great Jagras.
Your health is low. Keep your distance and use
we are... Come on. I'm gonna pick this up. Then we're gonna follow that Kuluyaku. We're gonna ignore the Great Jagras. I think there's probably cases where you would want to go ahead and hunt it.
Don't try
But
to engage a monster when your
I don't
health
feel
is
like
low.
it.
It's smarter to focus on healing.
Oh no. The piercing pods are way better. So using the piercing pod makes it drop its thing.
Nice job hunting the
There
Kuluyaku.
we go.
Select Astera from the world map so we can go home.
We'll go ahead and carve this up, and then we will head home. That was fun. I'm still learning a little bit about this weapon. But it is very fun. So here we will return from expedition. And that's that. We got some Kuluyaku parts. And I think we're going to get another little cutscene as we come back.
Magnifique.
Thanks for making sure the campsite is safe. We went ahead and got the camp all set up. It's yours to use as you like. And now that I know what you're made of, Fiverr, I hope I can talk you into taking jobs from me more often. Alright, we got a new camp. Ecological research has some results available, so whenever you fight some monsters, you collect some tracks. You can get more information about it here. So our monster field guide has updated. And some of the cool things you can get here is some of like the weaknesses of something like the Great Jagras. We can see that it takes lots of fire damage, and its head and belly are breakable, or maybe that's its arms are breakable. Oh, its head, its belly, and its arms are all breakable. Kuluyaku's weak point is the head. It takes water damage, and its wings and head are breakable. So that's pretty cool. Alright, that is going to be it for today. We are, let's see, next time we're probably going to hunt the Pookie Pookie. I'm going to get all of these exclamation points talked to, and we'll see if there's any armor or weapons that we can upgrade from the Great Jagras or the Kuluyaku. But that's something that we're going to work on next time. So thank you very much for watching, and have a good one.